So the first time that I really found out who Wi-Fi's funeral, I remember I was listening to a podcast for someone I was helping out. I was like co-executive producing their podcast and all,
Okay.
and they had me upload the podcast,
Right.
and I'm like, this is a crazy name, Wi-Fi's
Yeah, I get
funeral.
that all the time.
Yo,
It's either somebody says it's crazy or it's unique.
but in a good way.
No, I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
mean, regardless, I don't ever feel a way towards about it. I always get like oh, this is like creative or this is unique, or then people just look at me like, why?
yeah.
Like, which I like. I'm just glad I get a reaction out of people out of my name.
What's the inspiration behind Wi-Fi's funeral?
Well, it was initially a duo with me and DJ Scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like supposed to be a duo like Wi-Fi's funeral because the funeral part was how we met each other as friends.
Mm-hmm.
We met because his friend had committed suicide, so that was like, and we met through like his friend committing suicide.
Yeah.
So that was like the funeral part, and then just Wi-Fi, just because I've always wanted my music to be accepted by like everybody all over the world.
Yeah.
This I don't want it to like pertain to a certain demographic, even if that's what it's like coming off as.
Yeah.
I want people to see like the bigger picture, like beyond it. Like, don't just dissect my words
Yeah.
or the subject matters that I choose to talk about and think that this is all I could do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I'm just like I'm a chameleon. Like, I'm just adapting to my surroundings. But that's not really like, well, not that that's not really who I am. Because anything I've ever said is a fact.
Yeah.
But that's just not how I want to present myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have no choice in today's society.
Yeah, because everybody's perception and everybody's so judgmental.
Yeah.
But when they really dissect your music, they see if
that and like rap is too soft now.
it is.
It's like but that's because of how commercial it is
Mhm.
now. It's more commercial than it ever was.
But this is the thing, Wi-Fi, that I feel like is also an issue is that there's of course there's some kids that are coming up that don't have any respect for the higher ups that have been in the game. But then in the other token is the opposite way around. There's a lot of older generation artists that are not accepting of the new guys.
Which I don't get, because it's like
At all.
I don't get that, because it's like when it was their time, we let them get away with so much shit.
Yeah.
And we let rappers get away with saying faggot, this,
Yeah.
that, like the list goes on and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not saying that they should let us get away with shit like that, because it's obviously it's newer times, and like you grow to be more intelligent, and you know what's right from wrong, obviously. But it's just like we let everybody have their trials and tribulations when they were trying to find themselves as artists, and it's like nowadays people are not allowing that for other artists. It's like off the gate, if you're not coming in
And
with
connected.
hits,
No pun.
you're not connected, or like if you're not basically coming in the game with straight radio hits, like nobody's trying to hear shit. They don't really care.
Off of this tape that you and Rob just dropped,
Uh-huh.
what would you say is one song that should be on the radio that's not on the radio?
Can't Feel My Face.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it's the most like radio sound like record that we have. Everything else is like pretty rugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty like dirty, like hard.
Would you say that's your favorite track off the tape?
No, my favorite track off the tape is Moving Slow.
Moving Slow.
Yeah.
So Moving Slow, that came out way before.
Yeah, that came out last year, WrestleMania.
So I was just telling Rob, because I just had a conversation with Rob.
Mhm.
I was telling him that every single time I've went to Tokyo, that your music and Rob's music has been like the soundtrack to my Tokyo trip. I don't know why,
crazy.
but so Moving Slow was one of those tracks that was always on repeat.
Mhm.
It was always on repeat, and I feel like there's such a like Japanese vibe, and like the culture is influenced within your music, within Rob's music. I mean, is that intentional?
Yeah,
Because I see you got the Japanese.
I don't think it's intentional. I've always liked Japanese culture. I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I'm knees deep into it,
Yeah.
but like for the things that I do know, for the things that I have dibbled and dabbled with, I like it for the most part. As far as their sound with their instruments that they use for their music, definitely. I love all their instruments. I love Japanese instruments. I love Japanese flutes, and the whole 9 yards. I love it.
What sidebar? What ethnicity are you?
I'm Puerto Rican and black.
Got you. Okay, I was about to say, because you got. I always get Puerto Rican and Dominican, but I'm Egyptian.
Yeah.
But I see
I
it.
always got Arabic growing up.
I was about to say,
My
have
nose.
you? Yeah. You definitely have an Arab nose. You got
Yeah.
like a Muhammad Salah Sabah type of vibe.
I mean, shit, man, I can't help it.
No, you definitely got to make a trip out to the motherland, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go out to Egypt. Have you been to Tokyo? Because I know we're talking about Japanese culture.
I've never been to Tokyo. I've been to France. I've been to Germany. Been to London.
Yeah.
Italy, but I haven't been anywhere else other than those countries.
Yo, there's this one track I was just listening to. that it's complete. You know how like whenever you're listening to music, you got like a certain rotation, and then if something slips out the rotation, you might forget about it, and then you go back, you be like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
there was this one track that I was listening to from you. Loyalty runs deep in the
That's one
long
of my
run.
favorite verses ever.
Yo, why'd you snap like that?
Because I felt like
You were going off.
that whole tape, I felt like no one gave a. I mean, I still feel like that about my music, but like that's when I really started feeling like nobody like was really like giving a shit about my music, or they were just, you know what I mean, like taking my name for granted, like on some like, oh, Wi-Fi's funeral, or like at the time they saw that I was with X like crazy,
Yeah.
so they were just like, oh, like he's just another do boy like under X, and it's just like it just that wasn't what it was. Like I was always my own density and my own person. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you can't get mad for how people like perceive you or if people know you because of a certain person. And I'm not mad at that at all. I'm actually thankful for that because X helped me a lot in my career and contributed a lot.
Long live the legend.
But it's just like I didn't want to let that define me.
Yeah.
Because I'm my own person. You know what I mean?
So what would you say outside the studio? What was your relationship with X?
It was personal. It was really personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, towards the end, we kind of like we distanced away from each other.
Yeah. But it was always all love.
Yeah. It was definitely, it was always, you know what it is? It's like when family argues, you know what I mean? It's like when you get into an argument with your brother.
Yeah.
And y'all just not fucking with each other for like a mean minute.
Yeah.
That's really all it was towards the ending days.
You
know, granted, had I know that he was going to pass away, I would
then
have definitely not been ignorant to the situation. I would have definitely like enjoyed and cherished every moment. But I always did because he was always a person that I always felt like was special. And whenever I was around him, I was like, yo, like appreciate the time you have around him because you're not going to run into these type of people.
Yeah.
A lot in your life, like at all.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And you guys just came out with the members only compilation tape.
No, I've never been on a members only track at all.
No, but the majority of the group was.
I'm not in members only.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been out of members only for like almost 2 years now.
You know what's crazy? Because I've always identified.
I wasn't trying to make you feel stupid or anything.
No.
Like that either, you feel me? But like a lot, because a lot of people get that misconstrued. I was in members only from 2015 to 2016, and then I left 2017.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a mutual understanding between me and X. Like,
yeah,
he knew what I was doing. I was there in members only, simply for X, not for nobody else.
Yeah.
And it was like, whatever you need help on, I'm here for you.
You're there. Yeah.
That's it. And if me being in this group is validation enough for you that that loyalty is there, because regardless, I was gonna show loyalty regardless.
Yeah.
But if that's what the validation is for you, I'll do that. Like I even got members only tattooed on me. Like I took it serious.
That's dope.
So it's like,
so you don't even need to be a part of members only to have that love and loyalty towards members only.
Yeah, to be honest, and them boys be like acting like I'm not in members only. Like they just did an interview with Bootleg Kevin, said that I wasn't in members only. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, whatever.
Right.
Like, cool. I know. Everybody knows what the truth is. The fans know what the truth is. So it's like I don't understand why that would even be brought up.
Right. Anybody that's really been neck
they
deep,
know the truth. They know I was in members only too. So the fact that they would even come out and say that, I think the whole situation is goofy.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's the music industry, and it just shows me like what it makes out of people.
Yeah,
that's it.
So one thing that I always wondered is when you cut your hair, what was the reason behind that?
Well, I had dreaded my hair, and then I dyed my hair when I dreaded my hair. So that it made it even worse for my hair. My hair was like completely falling out. Like I was getting bald patches.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I tried to get my hair retwisted one day, and when the lady was picking up my dreads, like a dread like came out, and I had a big bald patch, and then she tried to do it again, and another dread came out, and I was like, yo, I gotta cut it.
Sheesh. I
didn't want to cut it, but it's just like, and then this hair, it'll grow back,
Are you growing it out right now, or what?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it as long as I used to, or if I want to just keep getting the fade. I'm just confused as opposed to what I want to do with my hair right now. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So as of right now, currently with Wifi's funeral, what is the next thing on your to-do list as an artist? Because I definitely want to know after this. I definitely want to know as a person what that is too. But as an artist, what would you say?
I want to drop a really good debut album and just disappear. Because I don't like this shit at all. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to give up on music, but I need a break. Yeah. Because this shit is like way too much. In the sense of like nothing is appreciated. Literally nothing is. And if people are gonna sit here and say like, oh, that's a lie. Like you're not in the industry. You don't know what's actually like
Right.
going on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Nothing's appreciated. Everything's taken for granted, and you're basically just like a slave.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you're dead ass like
Mm.
a slave and a puppet, and everybody else is just controlling like the strings, and you kind of just can't do shit about it
Mm.
unless you're like emmed up and you're ready to go to war.
Yeah. Lawyers and all
Yeah.
that BS.
So that's really what I want to do, but it probably won't even pan out that way from how my fans are. They'll get
I was about
so
to say, because I'm not here to
Yeah.
be like, no, Wi-Fi, don't do that,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you're a grown man.
Yeah.
But the support system and the fans that you got
Yeah. It's
is it.
crazy. No, it's crazy. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it so much.
So in the same token, it's like you do want to drop that debut and disappear, but are you willing to walk away from the people that really? Because I'm sure you've
I'm
gotten
not
real
willing.
stories from
I'm
fans.
not willing to walk away from them. I'm just trying to be on my Frank Ocean shit and just make sure that my business is right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I can
gotcha.
feel comfortable releasing the music that I release.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I
important.
don't even feel comfortable releasing music. Like
Yeah.
I haven't felt comfortable releasing music in like the past 2 years.
Mm.
Like since I signed, I haven't felt comfortable releasing music.
Seems like it's an issue that a lot of artists, these new artists, have been
Bro,
getting
when I
into.
signed my deal, I was broke as shit. My mom had cancer. You tell me what you gonna do if somebody's throwing money in your face, and
You gotta
you
take
gonna
that.
do it. I don't care what nobody says. You're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Period.
that's a fact.
So that's really the only reason why I signed. Other than that, I was completely fine being independent. I liked it.
Hmm.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I had more fun being independent, honestly.
What would you say, other than the business part? What is the biggest difference between you, independent Wi-Fi's funeral, and signed Wi-Fi? Like, what would you say is the biggest difference between the two?
The biggest difference is like me already knowing what I need to do
Mm-hmm.
and me already knowing what steps I can take for my career to get from point A to Z.
Yeah.
And that's being independent, and I can just do that off the rip because I know what's up.
Yeah.
But when you sit down and you try to explain that to a company,
They're not
they
trying to hear that.
not even they just I don't get it, but they just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll be so easy and so one too that they'll look at you and they'll be like, "No, there's got to be more to it." Like
Mm-hmm.
it's really not.
Right.
It's just that.
It's just it is what
Yeah,
it is.
and like that's just been a big issue. Like to a point that like I just had a conversation with Todd and he's just like, "Look, everything that you were telling me, I get it now,
Mm.
and like I just want you to do you."
Yeah.
At this point, and I'm glad that we even had that conversation because like.
Mm.
I was on some shit where I was just like, bro, what is the fucking point of dropping music?
Yeah, that's
Real
real.
shit.
So as a person now, because
Yeah.
we talked about as an artist.
Yeah.
As a person, where do you see yourself heading to?
In what aspect?
Like, are you searching for somebody? Are you searching for happiness? Are you searching for validation? Are you what do you see?
Happiness, honestly. I don't care about validation or none of that shit. I just
Mhm.
want to genuinely like wake up
Yeah.
and wake up happy, go to sleep happy, and if I could continue that cycle, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's really all I'm worried about, and just doing what I feel like I need to do for my life and living a purpose that I know I need to live for.
Mm.
And once that shit's said and done, I can die happy, bro. I don't give a shit what age it is. Shit.
Mm. Okay. So with the debut project that you're talking about, is this something that you're working on right now as we
Yeah,
speak?
it's like 30% done right now. I had to stop getting in the middle of recording it because we went on tour and
Mhm.
shit. And I got a couple other things that I got to do when I get off tour, so I'm probably not gonna be recording for like another like 2-3 months.
Mm. Can we expect a lot of Chris De Niro on there? Can we expect Banks on there? What can we expect?
To be real with you, I don't really want to do any features.
Okay.
I'm kind of tired of doing features. It's like it's a big I'm tired of playing like the big dick contest.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
There's like no point of
Yeah.
it. Like,
It's like that with like every single industry.
I don't need to. But that's the thing about it. Like I don't see the point of me having to prove myself
It's
to
corny.
anybody. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like I could prove to you without hopping on the track with you and showing you what I'm made of. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's only like a couple artists that I've met that are like I get like a genuine vibe from that. I'm like, damn, I can see myself making music with them for like a minute, or like whenever I'll think of a song, I'll be like, all right, I can hear this person on it. Because a good majority of the time when I'm making music, I don't hear other rappers on it because I just don't see myself rapping with other rappers. I feel like I'm just in a category of my own,
Yeah.
and like I just need to be in that corner like by myself.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to expand. I don't need to try to go reach out to other people and bring them into my world because every single time that I've done that, they just don't get it.
Mhm.
And I'm just tired of like you feel me, like the validation shit. Like fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely Chris will be on it. For the most part, I'm really not trying to do any features. And if I do a feature, it's gonna be artists that like I listen to their music like faithfully.
Yeah.
And they're 9 times out of 10 like an inspiration towards me.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
No,
I know-
likewise. Thank you so much.
I know you got the show tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely come out,
Yeah,
show
pop
some
out,
love,
please.
man.